Chapter 815. Why can't you think of the simplest solution? Your esteemed father is precisely the person to consult in such situations. What? Kyol's expression was one of utter bewilderment, a face that clearly hadn't considered the idea. Go and inform him. That will solve everything immediately. Why ignore a swift solution and do nothing? This matter, but what if contacting my father inadvertently leads to a discussion about His Highness the Crown Prince? Unless you're extremely suspicious in your approach, I doubt he would bring it up first. You haven't let slip the Crown Prince's absence yet, have you? That's true, my father hasn't been directly overseeing Bright Palace lately. But still, I'm an adult. Contacting my family over such a matter is something a child would do. How will my father and the others view me? It was ludicrous to hear such words from someone whose actions were often more childish than anyone else's and who constantly boasted of his lineage. What will they think? They will think the same as usual. Looking too changed isn't good either. What did you say? Have you forgotten how, after you lost our duel, you used your family's influence to have me expelled? You had no qualms about exploiting your family then. Why is this any different? Kyol failed to provide a satisfactory answer. That was in the past. Why bring it up again? How despicable. He was on the verge of tears and running out. Such a person claiming to be a master strategist. Everyone must be blind. You then decided to coax Kyol a bit. In truth, this was nothing much. Just a few convincing words would suffice for Kyol. Kyol, our cavalry has learned that the so-called sage and his group, whom you call swindlers, are currently in the city. Imagine if you are lucky enough to encounter the Crown Prince. No, that must never happen. Better to be seen protecting the Crown Prince alone, even in the worst case scenario, than to have rumors spread about you handing him over to the Honey family after abducting him to the south. It will be easier if you are in touch with us. You. Still, it's what? How dare you, Kyol? Still, if you're more comfortable being with the Honey family, that's your call. If it were me, I would have kicked the Crown Prince out the moment I found him hiding in my carriage. But if that's how you express your loyalty, I have nothing to say. How dare you speak so disrespectfully about him? Consider what's best for you in your current situation and who to cooperate with. Imagine the worst case scenario that could arise from dawdling within Honey. ... And one last thing. Remember your oath to assist me wherever you are. After saying this, Yudhi looked at Kyol's twisted face and asked one last question. What will you do now? You truly are a devilish being. Kyol clenched his teeth in response. I will contact you in about a week, after I have escaped the clutches of that arrogant Duke of Honey, and I will catch those swindlers too, so just you wait. You intend to capture the sage? Such grand aspirations. It would be best to be cautious and avoid being brainwashed if you encounter them. Yudhi turned his gaze away from Kyol, who was barking like a dog. Fine, do as you wish. Anyway, I'm leaving now. ... What? Is there something else you want to say? Kyol, with a reluctance in his eyes, unlike his usual demeanor, bit his lip hard and finally spoke. The cavalry. ... You are aware of the swindler's brainwashing abilities, right? You even mentioned earlier that you knew how to counter it. Yudhi had obtained some information about the abilities, but he hadn't completely figured out how to undo the brainwashing yet. Nevertheless, he decided to continue listening. As Kyol's expression was earnest and troubled, it changed from before. Then what? Those who are brainwashed, their speech and actions become strange and different. You know that, right? So, what are you trying to say? Well, it's just that His Highness the Crown Prince doesn't trust me. Rather, he has a bizarre misunderstanding about me. Honestly, if it weren't for that misunderstanding, I would never have brought him here. So, did this mean that Crown Prince Kachian was currently brainwashed and had coerced Kyol into moving him against his will? So, it wasn't just that Kyol mindlessly brought him along after discovering the prince's escape. Indeed, true loyalty, bearing the weight of pain and conviction without complaint, is fitting only for knights like Nathan Zuckerman. Kyol, who feared nothing more than his father's reprimand and knew nothing of true loyalty, wouldn't have endured all this for Kachian. So perhaps you might know how to undo the brainwashing, or at least help clear up the misunderstanding? You can't do that. That's why, not me, someone else. Tell me. Kyol exclaimed loudly. If you're going to keep using me, it's not good for me to be in trouble. Yidhir was surprised. There hadn't been a more convincing argument from Kyol before. If I keep hearing such words from him, I will truly lose all my honor and die in disgrace. Yidhir now became curious about what Kachian had said to Kyol to make him suffer so. What misunderstanding? Don't ask about that. I need to know if I'm to help you or not. If you don't like it, then so be it. As Yidhir turned to leave, Kyol grabbed the hem of his clothes desperately. No, don't go. Well, you can go, but just tell me that. I don't need anything else. I don't like your manner of asking. What? If you politely and properly explain what this misunderstanding is and then humbly ask, I might consider it. Otherwise, no. Yidhir declared this, looking down with an expressionless face. Dressed in his impressive formal attire, he appeared even more formidable than usual. Kyol truly wanted to challenge Yidhir to a duel at that moment. However, that desire dimmed as he recalled Yidhir's terrifying abilities and the fallen Imperial Knights. Amidst his trembling fists, Kyol pondered over all the statements he had endured from Crown Prince Kachian. The anticipation of the Duke and others learning about your homosexuality is quite exciting. I wonder who the partner might be. Given your pride, you surely won't consort with anyone less than a noble. But if you do, that would be even more amusing. If you don't want to be exposed, follow my words. It means I hold all your weaknesses. Surely you wouldn't harm me. I'm the finest piece presented by your family. Don't make a foolish choice. It was an insanely frustrating time. No matter how much he insisted he wasn't homosexual, no one would believe him. The effort to conceal Kachian, who seemed to have no intention of hiding his identity, has led to many desperate acts within the Herney family. The first princess of the Herney family, having previously met him and Kachian, found his behavior and speech perplexing, especially when he attempted to conceal Kachian's presence. As a result, she now views Kyol as utterly insane. He didn't want to endure more humiliation, and he was certainly not homosexual. And this tremendous misunderstanding was all Yudhir's fault. If only Yudhir hadn't constantly summoned Kyol, dragging him around, and if only Kachian hadn't caught sight of them, this tragic misunderstanding would never have occurred. Therefore, Kyol believed Yudhir should be held responsible for this predicament. Whose fault is this? Are you saying it's my fault you're misunderstood? Yes. Yudhir didn't blink an eye. He crossed his arms and tilted his head as he spoke. Fine, I'm more intrigued now. Try asking with your head bowed. That Kyol was so angry he nearly fainted. If you won't do it, then forget it. In the end, Kyol, like swallowing a bitter pill, managed to explain the misunderstanding about his alleged homosexuality and even went as far as to request help. Although it looked more like he was swallowing tears of rage than bowing, Yudhir decided to be lenient. Now that I think about it, claiming it's my fault isn't entirely absurd. The idea of using the misunderstanding of homosexuality as leverage to manipulate someone was baffling. Either realized anew that Emperor Kachin's way of holding numerous noble weaknesses in his previous life wasn't accidental. Truth be told, either Ale wasn't much different. He had killed the former cavalry commander on Emperor Kachin's orders, but this secretive assassination became both proof of either's loyalty and a perpetual weakness held by Emperor Kachin. At the time, either hadn't thought of it as a weakness, but Emperor Kachin saw it differently. Whenever he distrusted or distanced himself from either, he would indirectly remind him of that incident. And then he used it as the first charge in the death sentence, putting the final nail in the coffin. Some have changed greatly since my return, but others remain the same. Their nature and ultimate fate unchanged despite any transformation. Crown Prince Kachin seems to belong to the latter. A cold, faint smile appeared and then disappeared from either's lips. And besides, if it's just a misunderstanding of that nature, wouldn't it be resolved simply by officially getting engaged or dating someone? Why is he such a fool? Kachin's manipulation of the homosexual misunderstanding was possible because Kyul wasn't responding appropriately. Naturally, the people would believe the misunderstanding if he didn't speak up or defend himself. Who wouldn't? Kyul seemed to have a nature that fixated on a single thought when cornered. In many ways, it was a miracle he had survived this long with such a personality. Just as Yudhir was about to speak and enlighten him on this fact, faint sounds of footsteps and shouting came from beyond the space sealed by the wind. The Duke has arrived. Where is Sir Diarca? The father, who was late to his own son's funeral, has finally arrived. Kyul too seemed to have heard the commotion as his complexion paled. Yudhir sighed softly and gestured with his eyes. Let's leave for now. We can discuss this matter after you have left the Horny family. I will go out first. You wait a bit before following. That would make me look arrogant. What did it matter? Kyul the Diarca was already known for being arrogant. Kyul has just one working brain cell. It's too sad.